Say hi.
I
When you think of the word technology, what comes to mind? To me, it is television, smartphones, tablets, etc. Many people's lives revolve around technology, and even ourselves, and according to the Urban Child's Institution's web article, Infants, Toddlers, and Televisions, children have access to such technology, where two-thirds of all American children under the age of 6 watch TV, and that is just television alone. Although it may not seem serious, it is. I have seen a lot of children watch television from 6 to 10 hours every day and all day. And this is a problem. However, a solution exists and along with its benefits and a way that you can take part of this. But first and foremost, we have to determine what the problem is. Children are exposed to technology, and the amount of time they spend watching TV, playing video games, or computer games is known as screen time. According to the Urban Child's Institute's web articles, Infants, Toddlers, and Television, children as young as infants and toddlers are exposed to television for 1 to 2 hours every day. Even having the television as background noise can even total amount to 4 to 5 hours every day. According to the previous source, research and study says that the TV exposure in the first 3 years of a child's life has an impact in their development, and such impact has been said to delay language development, attention disorders, and even have sleep problems. And by the age of 3, TV exposure has led to problems in social development, classroom engagement, and even academic achievement. According to Yamaz's, Kylan's, and Karakin's journal article, in the United States, 1 in every 4 children watch television 4 hours every day, and health consequences has been led, such as a violent behavior, increase in obesity, and even impaired language acquisition. According to the University of Iowa's web article, Screen Time in Children, all of this screen time can amount to 5 to 7 hours every day. And according to the American Academy of Pediatrics web article, too much screen time can have a harm in the amount and the quality of sleep of children. In addition to TV, tablets, phones, and video consoles are accessed by children, and according to the American Speech, Language, and Hearing Association's web article, 1,000 parents were surveyed, where 68% of parents reported that their 2-year-olds used tablets, 59% used smartphones, and 44% used video game consoles. Even during dinner, when it is a time to interact with your family members and have a good time, 24% of parents reported that their 2-year-olds use technology during this time. As you can see, there has been an increased exposure such as starting with babies, 2-year-olds, and even 6-year-olds, which can lead to negative impacts. However, a solution exists. According to the Urban Child's Institute's web article, reducing screen time can begin as early as when they are babies and toddlers. Babies and toddlers learn better from people than from images, so even though the device may be talking and singing and playing with the children, it is not the same as having a conversation with an individual. Singing, playing, and exploring are also ways in which it can impact in a positive way their cognitive abilities and even their motor skills. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, their 2016 recommendation, they recommend that children under the age of 18 months should not be allowed to be exposed to screen time, while the age between 18 and 24 months can be allowed to access screen time as long as parents are aware of what is being shown and the amount of time it is shown for. During the preschool years, also parents can also have impact on the amount of screen time that the children access. According to Hamilton, Spinks, White, Kavanaugh's, and Walsh's journal article, parents have control of the children's behavior, such as either being active or sedentary, that can also have limits on the screen time. This is also a critical time because children develop healthy benefits and healthy behaviors that even go as far as long as their adolescent and even adult years. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, their recommendation for this age group from ages 2 to 5 is to limit their screen time to 1 hour a day, including high-quality programming. Even in the 6 years and older age group, parents can also have an impact on the amount of screen time their children are access to. According to the National Heart, Lung, and Bugs Institute, their web article, Tips to Reduce Screen Time, one can be a role model where you yourself can limit your screen time and your children will see that you're following your own rules, which will lead for them to follow the rules that you set on them. Also, keeping a log on the amount of screen time your children are accessing so that you can see what can be done to reduce that in order to have that impact of positive benefits. Additionally, or lastly, you can talk to your children about the impacts of lessening screen time and having a physical activity such as sports and extracurricular activities. And according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, they recommend that in this age group, you can place consistent limits on the amount of screen time that they have access to, making sure that the media they access is appropriate for their age. As you can see, there have been presented solutions for toddlers and infants, preschoolers, and even 6 years and older, which can have along with its benefits. And these benefits can have an impact in a positive way in your child's life. According to the University of Iowa's web article, lessening screen time can have a positive impact on the sleep and behavior of your child, as long as there's an indirect impact on body mass index. So parents who lessen the screen time allow for their children to sleep more and even have a lower risk of getting obesity. According to the Gates Foundation's web article, there has been an increased time of activity so that children are able to read and speak, which has led to an increase in brain development, social skills, and even imagination. According to Allen, Velas, and Laborda's journal article, going back to the sports, involvement in the sports has also an effect on their personality. Sport involvement, which can be seen as part of an active lifestyle, has led to a stability in personality traits, decreasing those traits of introversion and even reactivity. Youth sports and involvement as such can allow children to participate in such activities and having interpersonal interactions and having an increase in attention, working memory, and academic performance. Additionally, other surveys have done this and have resulted in the same results of the impact of physical activity in personality traits, saying that the increased physical activity has led to more stable traits that have been seen along their lives. After presenting all of the statistics, information, and recommendations to reduce the screen time and seeing the benefits of such solution, what can we do next? I've talked about the increased exposure in the screen time in young children ranging from infants to 2-year-olds to 6-year-olds, a proposed solution, and the benefits that can be seen if the proposal is active. Do you remember the log that I talked about earlier about filling out the screen time? Get a copy, fill it out, print it out, so you can see how much time the children are being spent on screen time and make changes accordingly to make sure that they have positive impacts. So the next time you want to give your children an electronic device to keep busy, instead, will you go outside and play with them? Will you read them a book? Or will you sit down and talk to them about their day? Remember, being active and lessening their screen time has positive effects on their health and on their behavior.
Say bye.